Breath of heaven. Act I, shadows of doubt. The seminary corridors felt like rivers of silence, stretching into eternity with a hushed reverence. The thick tapestries absorbing my footfalls as though the very walls conspired to keep my presence a secret. Dust motes swirled in the last light of the setting sun, casting long shadows through stained glass windows, turning the hallway into a kaleidoscope of vivid orange and deep blues. My heart felt like a tangled mess, akin to the trees outside whipped by a restless wind. Doubts crowded my mind, their presence insistent and unyielding, as if the very air I breathed was tainted with uncertainty. Father Michael, the old priest sat in calm repose on the chapel's oak bench, his eyes half open, the very picture of serene contemplation. His presence was as familiar and enduring as the flickering lamp above the tabernacle, a steady flame, barely wavering, yet undeniably alive. Father, I called softly, uncertain if my voice was a disruption or a plea. He opened his eyes but remained silent, inviting me to speak or to fall into the silence with him. His calm demeanor and unspoken assurance that the sacred space held room for both. I slumped beside him, the weight of my doubts pressing heavily on my shoulders. Does God really hear us? Or am I just talking into the wind? He lifted a wrinkled hand, more eloquent in its silence than any words could ever be. A gentle invitation to explore the deeper questions of the soul. The chapel's air was thick with an ancient reverence, and I felt the weight of it settling around me. I closed my eyes, willing myself to pray, but the words tangled like fish in a net, elusive and slippery in the face of my uncertainties. Later, alone in my room, the familiar surroundings offered little comfort. I fell to my knees, feeling the cool touch of the wooden floor through the thin fabric of my trousers. The shadows crept in even here, though the pale glow from the window stretched across the floor like a gentle reminder of day. A crisis loomed, my heart heavy with unanswered questions. With hands folded tightly in an almost desperate clasp, I sought solace in the act of prayer. Lord of mercy, I whispered, my voice a mere breath in the quiet room. If you are truly there, hear my cry, I'm drowning in doubt. Show me that my prayers are more than empty echoes. I remained still listening, the silence a thick, expectant blanket. The world outside fell away, leaving just my breathing and the faint rustle of trees beyond the window. For the first time it felt less like a ritual and more a raw, unguarded plea. A begging for an answer, for a sign that I was heard. The next evening, drawn by an inexplicable pull, I returned to the chapel. I sat, my focus drawn to the lamp's small flame. Father Michael was there as always, a silhouette serene against the gathering dusk, offering a quiet companionship that asked for nothing in return. This time I sought no words from him. Instead I I settled silently at the altar's foot, letting my breathing match the rhythm of my heart. As I watched the flame, its steady flicker, whisper to my spirit, let prayer be your breathing. A thought intruded, soft as a dawn breeze. It wasn't an audible voice, but a whisper in my soul, an echo of the divine that stirred something deep within. I close my eyes, surrendering to the gentle urging, shepherd of my soul. I pray the words unhurried, each syllable a step in faith. Guide me not just in sound, but in silence. Teach me to listen. An unexpected peace washed over me, gentle yet profound, as if the air itself had cleared. When I opened my eyes, the chapel seemed different, more alive, more sacred, every shadow and beam of light a testament to the presence I had longed to feel. As if my own eyes had finally seen it for the sanctuary it truly was. The turning prayer. I unclenched my hands, releasing the tension I'd carried for far too long. This prayer came from the heart. Holy One, take my uncertainties, I surrender them. Fill me with courage to walk where your light leads. A warmth spread within, a gentle flame inside mirrored by the lamp above, offering a silent promise of divine companionship. Rising, I felt lighter, each step forward, leaving the weight of doubt behind. Father Michael caught my eye, a knowing glint in his gaze. Though he spoke not a word, his presence affirmed what my heart had finally discerned, that God spoke in whispers and breaths of prayer, in light, fluttering in silence.
The hospital corridor seemed endless, lined with doors and filled with the sterile scent of antiseptic and faint coffee. Evening light filtered through windows, casting long shadows that danced across the floor, echoing my racing heart. I thought of my father's stories from childhood, now so distant. Approaching his room, my heart beat a frantic prayer, feelings dense and ready to spill like the rain outside. Inside, machines beeped around my father. Once robust, now frail, I sank into a chair, feeling the weight of unspoken words and regrets. God, shepherd of my soul, I prayed silently, my hands clasped tightly.
Hold us in this night. Let your truth light our path. For I am lost in this shadow.
A flicker of warmth touched my heart. Sunlight through storm clouds.
A nurse entered, her presence a melody of compassion, nodding gently before leaving. Her jasmine perfume, a reminder of life's subtle beauty.
Hours slip by in whispers and sighs, with the rhythmic hum of lights and monitors almost comforting. Fatigue drove me to the hallway, seeking solace, the rain a soothing hymn outside. I leaned against the wall, the chill of tiles contrasting with warm tears. Lord of mercy, I uttered, my voice a gentle ripple. Show me the way through this fear, bring your peace to doubt. Help me carry the flame of truth even when it flickers. In that stillness, divine presence seemed to hush the rain. My father's teachings echoed in my mind. God's truth was a flame we must carry, even when it burned low. My phone vibrated, a digital reminder of the world beyond these walls, the vibration inviting possibilities I feared to grasp. The familiar name on my phone glowed softly. My sister. We hadn't spoken since a family argument. Holding my breath, I answered, her voice tentative yet resolute. Her request to talk was a bridge over misunderstanding, igniting a spark of forgiveness within me, long buried beneath pride.
Yes, I whispered, my voice mingling with the rain and dawn's glow. I wanna make things right.
Through hesitant words we mended burnt bridges. As we spoke, God's truth warmed us, the flame vibrant and alive, guiding our reconciliation. A new dawn emerged, our journey back to one another lit by grace and mercy. The past, a tapestry of lessons, testified to love and faith's enduring strength. Holy One, guide our hearts from shadow into your light. Ignite within us the flame of your truth, that we may carry it faithfully. Fill our souls with the peace that surpasses understanding. In your mercy, help us find courage in surrender. Amen.
A light in the rain. Acti, city of shadows. Dusk settles over the city, street lamps flickering to life, casting shadows in the rain-soaked alleys, the sky. A bruised gray promises more rain, and neon signs hum like distant stars, their vibrant colors reflecting on the pavement. I tighten my coat against the chill, but feel the cold biting my bones. The scent of rain mingles with the city's pulse. A symphony of honking cars and hurried footsteps amidst this. I stand feeling lost until an old psalm surfaces. My grandmother's voice soothing. The Lord of mercy is my comfort. In my song, closing my eyes, I pray, Lord of mercy, I am weary and burdened. Guide me through this storm. Let my faith, though dim, burn bright. My plea matches my heartbeat, warm, stirring within, subtle as a whisper. It is as if the Lord himself wraps me in an unseen embrace. On the edge of forgiveness, the city's towers loom, glass and steel forming an imposing fortress. The rain steady hymn, pound but ease my internal struggle, drawn to a narrow stairwell. Each creaking step reflects my weariness. The walls cracked with peeling paint, smell of dampness, echoes of forgotten rain, scenes from my argument with my brother replay. Words like knives leaving deep scars. I pause on the stairs, regret pressing heavily, sinking onto the steps. The chill touches my skin and my heart clenches. Shepherd of my soul, I whisper, tracing the railing's rough surface. Forgive my harshness, help me mend what I've broken. As my prayer fades, clarity washes over me, lifting confusion and guiding me towards reconciliation. This moment opens a window to divine understanding. My steps feeling lighter, driven by an unseen hand urging action. The fire within emerging into the night. The city's orange-lit windows glow against the indigo sky. Beacons promising safety and warmth. I stand at my brother's door, heart thudding with fear and anticipation. I knock, the sound firm despite my hesitation, echoing with inevitability. When he opens the door, his face mirrors mine. Shadows of our exchange lingering, the dry heat of his apartment contrasts the night. Grounding me, I'm sorry, I say, words flowing naturally, like first rain on parched earth promising renewal. I've been prideful and harsh, can we start anew? He nods, understanding passing between us. A silent exchange of forgiveness and hope. Hope flickers within, faith rekindling, shedding light on our path to healing. In this quiet moment, I sense God's presence in our shared warmth and forgiveness. Holy One, light the flame of faith within me. Guide my steps through the shadows. Heal my heart with your mercy, and let your love transform my soul.